And hello, hey friends,
Hi,
welcome
friends.
back.
Welcome back to Two Fat Asses.
Been a little beat, but we're back. This week we are going to be talking about all this Gemini energy that's going on. Shout out to the Geminis. Happy Gemini season. So again, we're going to be kind of pulling from the energy that it's giving, the new moon in Gemini. Giving a little, Maria over here is going to give a little just overview of what the energy is giving right now. Ultimately, it'll be probably some things that you'll relate to and probably a little advice on how to work through this shit. So, Maria, tell us about what's going on right now.
I sure will. Anna. So we're going to talk about the Gemini new moon, which is giving an invitation to reset how we think, how we speak, how we make choices. This moon is activating everything from connections of the mindset to the deeper shifts in consciousness. And there are some twists because of the aspects that it's hitting with asteroids like SZN, which I will get into. But ultimately, just a quick little synopsis of the new moon in Gemini. It's giving social writing, starting new projects.
So, really quick, I don't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
Give us a little overview of Gemini energy.
Okay, so Gemini is a mutable sign. It's an air sign. And essentially, it's very intellectual, but it's also like they're very smart people. I think of like Kendrick Lamar and I'm trying to think of some other Geminis.
I know one. I used to work with one.
I used to work
with one who you would have literally 5 different conversations in one conversation because the what do they call it? Word vomit. Intellectual word vomit.
Correct. Intellectual word vomit. They also love to gossip like sort of like teenage children, teenage women, teenage females.
Messy.
Very messy. Love the gossip.
Get a lot of tea from them.
But they do want to like show you how smart they are. They are like the jack of all trades, master of none type of personality. Yeah. And honestly, they're not very like they want to be very social and hang out with everyone, but they're not really conforming. So that's why I don't really trust. They're
hard to read.
I don't know. I don't know who's do they actually like me or are they just,
And is that where like that whole Gemini twin thing come in? Because it's like, who am I getting?
Correct.
Which one am I going to get this time?
Yes.
Got you.
And
okay.
I think they are brilliant. That's why, we have, a lot of those big rappers like Kendrick, Tupac, Biggie, they were all Geminis.
Yeah.
And I do think that there's something to that because it's like that very sneaky, mischievous, trickster, very like quick-witted personality type.
Yeah.
And they're fucking hilarious. I will give them that.
Yeah.
But like, so don't like, if you want to battle with them, they will beat you.
Yes.
If you want, as far as like cutting and witty, oh yeah, they'll fuck you up.
They're kind of bitchy.
They are. They're so bitchy, but they are funny.
Yeah.
However, that's
okay. I just wanted to give everybody just a quick overview of the
and mutable,
the main sort of energy Geminis give off.
And the mutable part is just like that. It just kind of like goes with the flow. Like, so they're not really a fixed energy like a Leo or like a Scorpio or cardinal sign. Like they're not really the first to start to do something in a project. They'll just go with the flow. They're like there for a good time and kind of like that personality.
How do you know my life right now?
Yeah. I mean, hey, I don't know. I don't know. This life, this energy is just so fucking all over the place for me.
Crazy to me. But okay. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine. But I appreciate that. And I think that for this energy, the Pluto in Aquarius, so that's both connected to the mind with Aquarius and with that Gemini, they're both like very intellectual signs. Air signs are very intellectual. They love learning. And with this energy, it's like a daily connection of like coming and going. And the new moon, the ruler of Gemini, it's ruled by Mercury and conjunct SZN. And she's the Arctic sea goddess. So her dad basically chopped her fingers off and she transmuted to like a sea goddess. And she had all her fingers turned into like these mystical sea creatures.
Of course.
It's fucking crazy. But they were high vibrational. They were known as like the 15th dimensional. I don't know. I don't know if I believe in that shit, but whatever. But these sea creatures, like I was talking to you because I don't remember the name of that one sea creature. It's just like as an aside, they're now coming closer to the surface, like that ugly one.
Anglerfish.
There you go. And they have like advanced
or some would say the doomsday fish, which I think they're kind of in the same family.
Correct.
Deep things from the deep dark are now coming to the surface.
Yes. Essentially, it's what from that story that I told you, that was her dad that chopped her fingers off and stuff like that. Yeah. It's betrayal and transformation and reclaiming power in a whole new realm. So it speaks to what's been submerged emotionally and spiritually and what's ready to rise up and be voiced because of that Mercury Gemini stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So why are you laughing?
I just want to give us kudos and you a kudos because that was a whole fucking like metaphor.
Thank you.
Of the anglerfish coming from the deep now to the surface, and then you followed it up with like, oh, all that shit that's down, it's coming. You know, just
we try to be
real smart over here
on this podcast.
Real smart.
So essentially, this new moon will do. It will deal with like higher mind, but lower mind with our consciousness and explaining it with science. Like these are the trends that
I love this.
I think are going to, this is just as an aside with all the energy going on, like with Aries planets popping, having like Saturn in Aries and like things popping up in Aries. I don't think it's going to be like Pisces, which it was previously. It's going to really like intellectually like bring things up and make it a bigger deal with our consciousness, explaining it with science and things like that. But Gemini, it's the sign of choice and many choices that you go throughout the day. So this theme in 2025, it's being conscious of our choice and aware of our power of thinking and aware of how it affects the timelines and our state of being. Are our belief systems outdated? Or are we being shocked out of them? Just, day-to-day life, forming our expectation through our everyday. Yeah, this is just a super deep water meeting sharp mind type of energy with that sedna, that buried grief, intuition, stuff like that, and putting it in a more rooted place with your reactions and more reflections. So
as opposed, isn't that a little like not Gemini?
No, it's not. But because of the stuff with the Pluto,
and, with the other aspects,
because the other aspects. Sorry, I might have just gone.
No. Typically,
Sedna's like a deeply rooted burying. That's why it's a little bit more deeply, but it's with our mind as well. So I was trying to look at all the different aspects that it had right now. So I just wanted to explain on just this past new moon.
But that it makes me think of like a lot of the Geminis that I know.
Yeah.
Are very smart, but are very like putting it out there.
Yeah.
Not very
not
like
higher minds.
Yeah.
And
but that makes sense because with this, what is it? Sedna is a what?
Sedna is an asteroid.
It's an asteroid.
But that's just making making an aspect to the new moon.
So it's adding a different type of energy to
like
it.
That transformative, deep buried stuff. And then the Pluto in Aquarius already, because we're dealing with that as well. That's,
it's very heady.
Pluto is transformative. It's heavy, but it's like,
heady,
it's
like
smart.
Head. Yeah, it makes it really heady.
Yes.
Okay.
Not necessarily like a total life overhaul, but more so like small inner changes that you make throughout your daily life that will create longer term outcomes.
Okay.
That's how I view it.
Got it.
But that's why I hate it. I'm not a very heady type of person. I'm deep, but I can't explain shit like a Gemini. Geminis are natural teachers.
Yeah.
I'm trying the best I can.
Sure.
But that's the kind of energy you're going to deal with. So, but I think I had a prompt from the Queen Poe.
Queen Poe.
Do you have that, by the way?
What does an
Perfect.
look like?
So I had it actually ready.
Okay.
Okay. So with the Queen Poe, we listened to her new moon, just her moon phases. we liked her journal prompts. So the one was, what does an evolved Mercury look like? So I wanted to pause here because the moon in Gemini brings up a bigger theme. So what does an evolved Mercury look like? Mercury being how we think, speak, and process. And it's your communication style, how you learn, how you solve problems. And the shifts depend on the sign it's in. So for example, Mercury in Aries is direct, it's fast, it's impulsive, it's become a truth teller without being combative. And Mercury in Pisces, for example, is intuitive and poetic. So wherever Mercury is in your birth chart, and that's something you would have to look up, hey, feel free to hit me up on the DM, and I will be glad to do your birth chart.
Indeed.
Or tarot reading, because I'm amazing at it.
Indeed.
So,
yes, she is.
hit us up, two fat asses.
Yep. Throw your big three in the comments. You know, let us know. We'll shout it out on the show. We'll talk about it on the next episode.
So anyway, so if for example, so wherever that Mercury is, that's your communication filter. And you need to ask yourself, am I communicating clearly, or am I just reacting? Am I listening to understand or listening to respond? Am I using my voice to connect or to control? An evolved Mercury would not move from defensiveness. It would move to discernment. It doesn't rush to fill space. So it's better to ask questions and not just talking. It's communicating with a purpose. I fucking struggle with that. I used to react with emotion. So I'm just saying, for me, my Mercury's in Cancer, but it's at a degree. It's at 29 degrees, so it's a critical degree. It's also known as the fame degree. So I don't know. Maybe my talking will get me famous. I don't fucking know. Anyway, it's very hard for me to sometimes think on that without my heart. I'm always
Cancers are big heart.
Oh fuck yeah,
big hearts. Yeah,
I'm all heart, motherfucker. I am all heart though, and being a Leo. But anyway, yeah, it's really tough for me. Yours, I believe, is in Virgo. So you are Mercury is also ruling. That's ruled by Virgo Virgo and Mercury are that's perfect for you. It's just a different kind of vibe. It's more critical, analytical, not as airy as it's more of a practical level of thinking. So you're a very critical motherfucker.
I analyze everything. Always been an observer. I analyze everything, down to, it doesn't really matter what it is. The other day I told my friend Diana that we were talking about just New York City, and she was just like, yeah, it's just not for me. And I was like, I love it because it gives me a chance to people watch.
Oh yeah.
I can just stare at people and analyze, why did you put on that outfit? Why are you out today? Where are you going?
Oh yeah.
What's the situation happening right now? Oh, what are they talking about? Everything. And it will entertain me for hours.
You're an astute observationalist.
Very much so. It's
very
fun.
Much so.
Yeah. But I use that in the office as well.
Oh, I know you
do. Just, figure out who to fuck with and who not to fuck with, and who to trust and who not to trust.
Exactly. Which is why I knew that when we became friends, I was very thankful that you didn't turn the blind eye to me. I was like,
oh yeah.
I was like, oh damn, I'm weird.
I'm still scoping you out.
She sees that I'm a good, decent person. Cool, nice, all right.
Yeah, because our office was full of so many trash individuals.
Whatever. I'm not gonna go there.
We won't go down that rabbit hole.
Anyway, yeah, so it's about choice and frequency. So it's the bigger shift. So, one of the deeper lessons of Gemini is every small choice, it shapes your larger frequency. So what you think about, speak about, obsess over, that becomes the energy that you live in. So 2025, and we've talked about this, the year of the snake, all that stuff, is a year of conscious choice. And basically this Gemini moon is like a rehearsal. So are your beliefs being outdated? Are you making choices based on fear or freedom? And what kind of world are you co-creating every time you speak or choose? And basically that mindset will create your momentum. So basically what I want to say is let the moon help you to recalibrate. It doesn't really align. If it doesn't align with you and where you're going, you don't have to keep feeding it. So,
right. And I think from what you're saying too, and some of what the Queen Post said is this is the time that you should be thinking about this. You should be asking yourself, like, especially if you're into astrology, if you're into a little spirituality, like, find out what your Mercury is in, find out where Gemini is in your chart, try to understand how it is playing itself out under this energy right now, so that you can ask yourselves those questions. Are these beliefs I have outdated? Are these thoughts I have outdated? Do I need to, start shifting? A little self-reflection.
I was just going to ask too, how do you feel? Like, have you felt like, because this energy for me, it's been a little overstimulating and I feel like I'm over explaining myself, but I think, like, I know this new moon's supposed to be a reset from your thoughts and your voice and whatever, but how's it made you feel?
You saying that, it feels like my brain is trying to purge some shit out, and like I found a hard time not communicating, but like stumbling over my words. Like at times where it's like I know what I want to say and I can just get it out clearly. Mm-hmm. I'm stumbling and it's like I'm stuttering over my words, and it's like, bitch, what are you doing? It's felt very all over the place, very just like not centered, but like scattered, very scattered energy. And I'm just like, even leading up to the show, typically I'm prepped. I know what I'm going to do. I have thoughts in my head. It was not coming to me as much as I was like, I'm trying to focus on this. I'm going to do this. It was not happening at all. My brain was just like everywhere all at once.
That is exactly how I would describe it.
Okay.
Everywhere all at once.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy, but that's how it felt.
That is exactly how I would describe it. That's perfect.
And you know what? And I started to think, after we kind of were like talking about this energy before the show, that that is probably something that's helping me, because I am Virgo rising. I'm very much prep plan. Let's make sure things are in place type of person. And this has forced me to be like, nope, you don't get to prep.
No.
You don't get to plan.
And honestly, that's great. You don't need to. Yes, you have to move away from that, because also you have your midheaven in Gemini and your north node in Gemini. So you should trust that you would be equally able to wing it, so to speak.
Yes.
Because you do know a lot of shit.
Yeah. And that's been the struggle for me, probably, I don't know for how long, but it's been a struggle for me to not want to lay everything out and like, let me make sure everything looks perfect, or at least if not perfect, then like, let me at least have the plan laid out. What's plan A, plan B, plan C? And this energy has knocked all the plans out the window, because it's like, I've just not had any chance this week to do any of that. Mm-hmm. Like it just, every chance I've wanted to get, something comes up, knocks it out of the way. So,
well, hey,
here we are.
We just want to thank you for showing up today. I
showed up.
This podcast. I know it's hard for you not being prepared.
I wasn't sure what you guys were going to get today. I'm not going to lie at all.
We're so happy you joined us. So I think that we also have like a great section next, because we're going to answer questions. And I think I've explained this enough. Do you have any questions about this?
Nope. This will be, I'm not sure what we'll call this segment. We're definitely hoping to make it something that we do regularly, which is take anonymous questions, understanding, like I said, your big three. Drop your big three in the comments. Send us an email with your big three and an anonymous question. You don't have to give us too much information, and we will break it down based on, what the energy is giving, whether it's moon energy, whether it's, a transit, whatever the case may be. We'll try to help you understand what's going on, why, and then give you some advice to move forward with.
Facts. All right, cool.
So let's get into it.
All right. So the first question we have is from the beautiful Kidriana. She is from, doesn't matter actually.
It doesn't matter.
I don't need to give you her address. So basically she says, is it a coincidence that the lesson I have to learn is connected to Gemini? My moon is in Gemini. My daughter's moon is in Gemini. And my mom is a Gemini. What is the lesson? Girl, no, it is not a coincidence, because I think it is your soul work. So if Gemini is woven into your emotional blueprint, which is your moon, your lineage, which would be your mom, and your legacy, which would be your daughter. So that's a karmic classroom, and you're learning through the generations. So it's all about these lessons that you have to learn about curiosity. And she told me a little bit about herself. She's a freelance writer. So it really does, it really does like vibe with and make sense with her chart that she is like a writer, and she's curious, she's dualistic, playful, like young, youthful, playful, and she has like mental agility. So with your moon in Gemini, which I just explained, like, which is why it was such a perfect fit, that explains like your mother, like your first teacher. So her first teacher taught her how to communicate, think, and share space mentally, and just like you will with your daughter. But Gemini also has a shadow, which is detaching, overthinking, and a scattered presence. So maybe she taught you to, stay in your head instead of your heart, to talk, but not really go deep, which we definitely hit on. Or maybe she sparked your love language learning and sort of like a wit, but it's a mirror for the lesson. Now your daughter, you're the teacher to her, so you're going to essentially teach the things. So be careful, because the things that you didn't really appreciate that your mom did with you. We know our parents fuck up. I worry about that every day. You need to challenge that with patience and just show her how raw, honest, uncensored, what that raw energy feels like. So it's going to help heal your childhood, wounds, so to speak, but do it a little bit differently this time. She's a part of your evolution. Your child is truly a part of your evolution. So speak with that truth, even if it's uncomfortable, and break these cycles of emotional detachment, and honor the mind and the heart, not just that mind over the heart. Because I know a lot of Geminis do just sweep shit under the rug, and they're like, no, it's not logical.
Indeed.
And it's very I think that's why I don't vibe with them, because I am all heart.
You're all heart.
Anyway, not bad. I am a Leo. Jesus. I'm like, let's talk about me again.
It's for me, it's helping to understand, because now I'm thinking about the Geminis that I have known, and they're could come across very heartless, for that fact of being so intellectual. You're not connecting your head and your heart enough.
Yes. So yeah, that's all I think. Like, basically listen to her. Don't interrupt her. Don't teach her to speak the truth, and don't stifle that. She's your rebirth. So she's here to heal that pattern that, you didn't even know there were wounds with. And she's going to ask you some questions that are going to push your boundaries. So you're going to like be really tested, and she's going to show you what it looks like to be free in her mind and voice. So I don't know. I feel like that's my advice. Do you have any more advice for this beautiful lady?
I would just, and I don't know you at all. I would definitely say lead with your heart more. Air makes me think head. And when you've described other air signs, the head part of it, as I said before, it doesn't connect to the heart enough.
Correct.
And it's not that a lot of the air signs are heartless. It's just, I don't think it's comfortable for them to connect to their heart.
Correct.
And it's just that we can see that. People who can kind of more so connect with their heart, it's like, damn. From my experience, those people have just come off as a little like, a little harsh. So like, I'm thinking of a situation where our coworker was in the hospital, and this Gemini coworker that we knew had his actions were showing more than like he cared. But it's just the things that he would say made it seem very like, damn, like, do you actually care about this person?
No, he goes, we should just get ready. She's going to die. And she ended up being totally fine.
She was fine. And mind you, he was still going to visit her. He brought her flowers. So like his actions were showing more of that heart. And I think Gemini's big thing being communication, as well as can communicate, they need to communicate that heart more as opposed to that intellect.
Like, not just the messenger. We don't need Fox News.
Yeah. Tell us how you feel.
Yeah.
Don't tell us how feelings came to be.
It's your fault. We get it. We have water moons. We can't help it. We're great at our emotions. You know what I mean? Like, we can't help we feel. It's not your fault. You're a little fucked up and you
a little cold.
Yeah,
a little cold.
A little calculated.
Yeah.
You know, lean into other parts of your
Yes. Use that voice to tell us about your feelings, which is may be hard for you to do, but I feel like that is what it seems like this energy is trying to bring.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
All right, cool. Well, we got another question from a lovely lady as well. All females. We don't have any males,
but I would say definitely our energy is very feminine. First, just FYI, since we were there.
Just because our podcast is called Two Fat Asses, don't think you're gonna meet us up in a meet and greet, motherfucker, and we're gonna make these cheeks clap for you, because that's not happening.
That ain't it. Yeah, it's meant to be funny because we're fucking funny.
Anyway,
okay, thanks.
I digress. Krista, she said she was going through some family issues.
Okay.
She's the only child, and my parents are getting older. What should I be focusing on? I pulled actually a little tarot card spread for her. She had strength in the past.
Did she give her sign?
Yeah. So she's got a Gemini Mercury, so it's funny as well.
What's her?
But she's a Cancer sun. She is a Taurus rising.
Okay.
And then she's got some Leo in her chart, whatever. But ultimately, like I can vibe with it because it's like Cancer home life, nurturing kind of energy.
Okay.
So she's going through this shift that, her mom is having some issues and she's the only child. Her parents are getting older. She asked, what should she be focusing on? So I did a past, present, future / outcome with some clarifying cards to interpret this adjustment in her life. I let her pull the cards because I saw her.
Yeah.
And she pulled that strength card in the past. So I interpret that as she has to dig deep to find in the past, she had to, and just so you know, strength is a Leo card. It is on the cover. It's like this woman with a lion. And I love that card.
Yes.
Leo, so let's just shout out again.
Shout out to the Leo.
But in the past, she had to be that. She had to be the strength. She had to have self-control, compassion, and especially in times of crisis or transition. And she had to be that strong one for others and had to navigate those emotional battles with grace. So this card is, taming that inner chaos in that past. So the way I read it is she's already proven her emotional and spiritual strength. So she's been through something that tested her, and it was survived by staying grounded and composed, even when she felt like screaming inside. The next card I pulled was for the present, and that's that 9 of Swords reversed, and it was clarified by the Ace of Cups. So that 9 of Swords reversed, if you're familiar, it has that 9 of Swords. This woman's in bed. I did the Modern Witch Tarot, by the way, just if anybody wants to know. And that card is a woman sitting in the bed, and swords are like all, coming at her, and it's a very dark and anxious card. It's just like dealing with anxiety.
Present.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's reversed. So she was wrestling with anxiety, regret, insomnia, but now she's starting to confront and release these inner demons. It's not gone, but it's not completely she's not completely frozen by it. And then that Ace of Cups as a clarifier, healing's entering her life. So new beginnings, whether it's self-worth or spiritual connections, are available to her right now. Even if she's still like emotionally raw by this situation. If she's in a vulnerable space, but she just needs to let her softness in and ask for help. Because
that part.
if even if it's just from yourself, let love in, and it's a heart chakra activated moment. Yeah, I think that I think that that's huge with just seeing that. And then for the future, and I'll interpret the rest of it. I just want to say like that was just for right now. Like, I think she's just trying to needs to learn how to trust herself, but ask for these things for help, because this is a tough situation. Our parents are tough, and it's sad.
It's a lot.
It's being the only child.
Wow.
I can't even imagine.
My brother-in-law.
Oh,
He's
right.
an only child.
Oh, that's the same situation, by the way, she's dealing with.
So
Earliest stages.
Okay, so yeah, so my brother-in-law, his mom has dementia. It kind of set in much quicker than anybody expected it to. And I just thinking about your situation, he could not deal with this himself.
No.
So luckily, even though he's an only child, he still has a strong support system with my sister, my family. He's got, cousins and friends that he leans on, because it's so much to deal with. It's so much to stay on top of. And it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to take breaks. It's okay to ask other people about, what their situation is like dealing with this. Like, unfortunately for me, I'm hearing of it more often. It's becoming more common. Of situations, and again, we're getting older, our parents are getting older. So
yes,
you can't do this alone, and you shouldn't feel like you have to.
Exactly. And not even that, but a lot of people, I think after this COVID, the pandemic, it really changed a lot of people's mind. Like the older people, it changed the way, the less interaction and all of these things are coming to coming to the surface now. It sucks. It's really tough to watch, and you realize, your parents' mortality, and that's fucking scary.
Yeah, go to therapy.
Yeah, and
definitely prioritize your mental stability, because that's going to play a part in it, because it's a long road. Right. It's not a short road to deal with, and I can only imagine from what I've seeing your parent go from what you knew them to be to now being somebody else, not having the same type of, interactions that you used to have with them. So even that part I couldn't imagine, is must be extremely hard to realize that it's happening.
I think that first thing is, she had said, this was really tough for me. Okay, so I just want to say just a quick thing, and then I'm going to read the other card that she pulled. But she was saying that, that they got the diagnosis finally, that it's kind of more real now. And so it's more hitting hard. And I looked at her chart, and she has Mars in the 4th house, which is a 40-day kind of transit. So Mars, you already know, it hits hard. Mars energy, Aries energy, that hits hard and blunt and fast. So it's kind of really shaking up that home life foundational environment right now. So I think that it's going to test her resilience. And I do think, pulling the future card, which was the 5 of Pentacles, she will feel temporarily alone. In the future, she's going to feel unsupported, or she's on the outside looking in. But it urges her not to be a victim, not to fall to victimhood or self-isolate, or, you have to reach out to these people, like we said, to therapy, or even your friends. A real friend will talk to you about this,
And can I add in just one other part of it? Because it hit for me just in my own spiritual journey and understanding what's happening. Because I had a relationship with my brother-in-law's mom as well. Calling on your spirit guides, calling on her spirit guides to help her, because even though her brain or whatever it is changing, she still has spirit guides around her that can help her with this process too. So as much as and I don't know what you believe or don't believe, but as much as you may feel alone, if you are a person like me who believes in, when people die, their souls still may be around. And, if you ever, like your grandma, for example, if your grandma has passed and you're like, damn, I'm thinking about my grandma right now, or there's something that draws you attention of something that your grandma used to like to me, that says that they're still there.
Oh,
they're still there to help you. And that can also be a type of support that you can call on.
Yep. I agree with that. And I think that's huge because people don't forget that energy is fluid. And
Yeah.
I do think they're realizing that more now.
Yeah.
But as an aside, I do agree with you. I think you should dig deep down and realize none of us are alone.
We're not alone. You're not alone. Even though you're an only child, and you're not alone.
And it is going to test your resilience as far as like, in the past you had the strength card, so it's a different kind of resilience, but it's the outcome with Ace of Wands clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. There's going to be a new fire lit within you from this, and it's going to ignite this anyway. Yeah, so it's going to light a new fire inside of you, and you're going to have more creative energy, and it's going to be a birth with inspiration for you. So I looked at her chart again, and I saw she had Uranus in the first house, and I'm like, this is awesome. I have Uranus in my first house. So to me, I really relate with it because it makes you a little weird, and it encourages you to like be more creative, come up with inventive ideas, reinvent yourself, rebrand yourself.
Hell yeah.
So this is going to be a time to rebrand yourself and not be that person that you were. And we talked more about career and things like that. And I told her, like, I totally think you should start your own business, like during this time, like try to have like a little focus to get you to, just humor me for a little bit, like work on something else, like while you are spending time with her.
Yes, because you can't let that be your life. And I don't mean that in a like fucked up way, because that is going to be probably a big part of what you're dealing with, but it's okay to have something that takes you away from that type of stress.
Yeah, and let it be serve to be somewhat of an inspiration to kind of have some kind of intentional growth and creative empowerment. You were strong when no one else was. So, and you held yourself together, but the path is shifting, and the ultimate reward is a new, creative, inspired you. So
nice.
If you listen to what I tell you, you're going to be great. I'm not God. Anyway, let's see. I have another question too. You think that one was good, or do you want to add to it?
I think that was really good.
Okay, cool. All right. The beautiful Maxine.
Hey, girl.
She has a question. All right, here's the question. I've been running down a dream career for a while and kept getting passed over. Now it seems like it might finally be happening, but I feel like I've finally realized it's not my dream anymore. I don't know what to do. Do I fall back in previous career experience, or do I go back to school and try for something more difficult, rewarding, lucrative? What would you say, just not even based on
the last part? And I say that, yes, because I also know Maxine, but as much as you've kind of struggled to figure out what it is, the last part kind of tells me that's where you're headed. That's what's coming up for you, because you're smart as fuck.
Yes.
Period. Like, you're very smart and you like to help people. And I think that is what you should be doing, just in a different avenue than what you're doing now. And just, the last part of the question is what just keeps hitting for me, is like, that's it.
Exactly. And the job had rejected her. So to me, that is not a rejection. Serves as a protection. Like, I think that just because you were rejected from it doesn't mean anything from you. I think, honestly, you know how I am. I'm very spiritual. I look at it like, well, why didn't I get this job? It's because it wasn't meant for you.
The universe didn't want you to have it, because that's not the path you're supposed to be going down, which is why there's so many hurdles.
So and then I'll do her chart too, but I pulled, I did a little spread. So I did the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, basically she pursued this dream with passion and heart-led, intuitive energy. And she imagined it would bring like this ultimate fulfillment with joy and a sense of belonging or purpose. she chased something that she felt aligned with the time. So she did follow her heart, and she was doing it for the right reasons, and thought that it would complete a story because she got the 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups is a beautiful card with a happy ending. But there's a present disillusionment and reflection because I pulled then the 6 of Cups reversed and then the Moon reversed. So with that 6 of Cups, she realizes, what once felt familiar and nostalgic, it just doesn't fit anymore. And this is the present. So it fits to what she's thinking. She's being asked to release these old versions of herself and maybe even these old dreams too. And with that moon, the moon is a very deceiving, it's sort of like doesn't really, it's a little, the illusion. It's an illusion card. It's Pisces ruled. So she's coming out of a fog, and it was alluring and mysterious, but it's now disappointing. Like she even said, I feel like I'm the smartest person in the room when I
you are.
That is not, that's not fun to not be mentally stimulated at your job, obviously. So I interpret that as she's not in a fantasy about this path anymore. And something that felt comfortable, it just feels irritating and limiting and just not true. But I then pulled the Wheel of Fortune reversed. That cycle, it stalled. Something felt faded but stuck. So now she's in limbo. She's just in this limbo, and it's bad timing or karma she's outgrown. So the door might be opening now, but she's learned that lesson, and not because she's meant to walk through it, but she's meant to outgrow that, to do something to get a chance not to say no to. So it's funny because then the future, I pulled the Ace of Cups and then the Page of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is such an off, and it's crazy. She got all these cups in her thing.
Overflowing.
Yes. So the Ace of Cups is just raw and authentic emotional fulfillment, which is so fitting for her chart because she has her midheaven, which is like a career, and her sun is in Cancer. Her sun is in Cancer, and that sun is in the 10th house in the midheaven in Cancer. And it is so she is meant to do a nurturing type job where she feels cared for and is caring others. And I asked her, I was like, well, what do you want to do? And it was something with nursing. And
that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense.
It does. And then especially with the Page of Cups, that's a beginner energy, full of possibilities. When she decides to go back to school, which you should go back to school, just be open, be curious, use that Gemini energy that's right now, and just be curious and open to these new experiences. Do not fall back on that old career. Just use it part-time if you can to make money. I do think with the way her chart is, her moon is actually in her first house because she's a Libra rising. So she gives off that nurturing energy. And that means the crazy thing, she's a Libra rising. So she's just very pleasant, all of the stuff. So she does try to do the right thing and be pleasant and make everyone happy. And that moon that I see, which is the whole, I can't even pronounce it correctly, but it's the 4th house essentially. That's in Capricorn. So her home life, she was raised with restrictions and doing everything right and being a hard worker. So that's what she prides herself on now. Because she did say in a conversation, she was like, I really pride myself in being hardworking and this. Yes, you can be hardworking, but you don't need to worry about what your parents think anymore. You're a grown-ass adult.
You don't, but that hardworking ethic that your parents gave you, you need to use it for something that will fulfill you.
Correct.
That is why you've been so frustrated. You're a hard worker, yes. To work hard just to work hard is bullshit. And that's why I think that you've been so trying this, it's not working. Trying that, that's not it either. And I can't give credit to that ultimately, because I think that at the end of the day, all of that is still teaching you something that you're going to take with you once you choose this new journey. Once you choose the path that you know is right for you, you're going to take whatever lessons you learned from all that shit that you did, good or bad, and you're going to apply it. And like she said, there's cups in your future.
Correct.
Fulfillment, It's gonna be there. It will be there. Don't worry about that part. It's just, it may be difficult to make the choice to choose you. Choose you.
And a big thing is big thing for her having that sun in the 10th house. She is meant to be seen and to be recognized and lead from her heart. And
yeah, but I think nursing would easily allow you to
big
do
time.
that.
But she just mentioned something about the ER, and I don't think that's the ER can be like a good trial run, but I don't think that would be a good, because just look, you can agree with disagree with me, but I looked at her chart and I don't think the ER would be, a really great finish line. I think it would be a good, trial run, training ground type of thing.
I think you should do it all.
Well, yeah.
But
I was going to say, because she has Venus in the 12th house, so she would absorb that pain. And then she would burn out because she has Pluto square Sun. So I do think it would be kind of like a power struggle in the ER. But who's to say she couldn't do something with crisis?
But we need people who give a fuck in the ER.
Correct. So if she can handle it, then
and
yes.
that's the question. Because if you can handle it, if you are good under pressure, if you are like,
and she is,
it makes me think
Mars
of like
Gemini
combat nurses and people who have to like stay calm in very high stressful situations.
Yep.
I could see how you could be an asset to the people. Like, we've all been to the fucking ER. How many people have you seen and they're just like, okay, wait 5 hours and we'll get to you. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
As opposed to someone who is like, I'm sorry, you're feeling so bad, we're going to try to get, you know what I mean? Who actually brings heart to the ER. Ultimately, I think she'll do that. She'll bring that wherever she is.
Oh, absolutely. And having Venus and Saturn in the 6th house, and the 6th house is hospitals. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Seems like the medical field is definitely something, it makes sense.
Something healing.
You're a nurturer.
Sure.
You want to help people. You like probably the analytical aspect of learning all that shit because you're very, very smart. All that shit makes sense. It all seems like it aligns.
Super the good leaders.
Absolutely.
Skills,
yep.
And just, it is a no-brainer.
And you give a fuck too. And that is a big part of it.
Oh, absolutely. So I think that, even if there are a little bit of challenges with the chart that I see, I do think that that's your path. I think if you go back, it would be, what's the word? Like, it would be an insult to your intelligence to go back and just settle for that. You're meant for much bigger things.
Life's too short. Don't settle. Don't settle. Follow your heart. Follow your intuition. Get out of your head. Get out of your head. And follow your gut. And
don't worry about what people say. Oh, yeah, so what? You're going back to school. You're not even old, dude.
And so what? Because you're still a bad bitch.
Yeah, so what?
And will always be one. But also, I also wanted to say this because I know either you're 30 or you're about to turn 30. And I just want to put a note on how society makes so many of us feel that like by 30, you're supposed to have your life figured out. It's not true. It's total bullshit. 30 is to me where you are figuring your life out. Your 20s are for you to bullshit and have fun and switch jobs and be like, I don't know, I'm figuring out. 30 is when life actually hits you because you're like, damn, I'm not that far from 40. It's when you start to actually think about your future and what you want. What do you want that to look like? And I think it's fine. Like, and this is to anybody, don't let anybody tell you need to figure your life out by 30. No, it's the dumbest shit that I've ever heard in my entire fucking life.
She's going through her Saturn return. I mean, that's a huge time just figuring it out.
It is. Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing at 30. Nobody
does.
All the people on social media or on TV, it's all bullshit. They didn't figure that out. Most of us are still trying to fucking figure that out. And I think as a human being, you are ever evolving. You will never have it figured out because you should always be learning and trying to figure out what new can I take in to help evolve my life, because like that's just energy. Like nobody stays stuck. Well, some of us do. Some of y'all do. Let me not say us.
Our listeners are better.
Some of y'all stay stuck.
Yes.
And you need to get unstuck, because you should not be the same person at 20 as you are at 30, as you are at 40 and 50. You should be evolving and changing and growing into being a better you.
Exactly. I wouldn't even want to be friends with someone,
because they're probably terrible individuals. They're easy to spot.
I wouldn't know. I don't surround myself with this kind of people anymore.
I dated one. So, it's a horrible life to live.
Look, I want to say, like, I love you. I think you're great. You're
fucking amazing.
Doctor, shall I call you?
Indeed.
Dr. B.
Yeah.
Dr. B. Yes. Anyway, we love you, and thanks for giving us a question for today.
Yeah.
The next question I have is from the beautiful Kylie. She says, should I focus on this period of my life, i.e. career, relationship, etc.? Like, what events, shifts would be most prevalent? Should I prepare for it? I did do her chart, but I want you, the beautiful co-host, host, second host, whatever. What were you saying? You're not co-host. We're host and host.
We're two fat asses.
Okay, the other ass.
The other ass.
The other big old ass.
So you go through her chart. I'm going to pull a few cards for Kylie.
Cool. So Kylie, I looked at her chart and I see that she has Venus, Neptune, Saturn transiting the first house, Moon, Mars transiting the fifth house, Pluto transiting the 11th. So this is a powerful time for transformation in identity, self-expression, creativity, and community. And I'm going to break that down. So with these first house transits, the Venus, Neptune, and Saturn, her sense of self is under major construction. So it's going to bring Venus in that first house brings charm, beauty, and the desire to relate to other people. So she's going to feel a little bit more attractive, or I would say focus on how you present yourself, like refine your style and your values, and beautify yourself, do a lot of self-care with, skincare and outfits, and go shopping and do fun shit like that. And then the Neptune in the first house, Neptune's a higher octave of Venus. So it's a little bit more spiritually, a little bit more spiritual vibe to it. So it's a great time for spiritual development, her intuition and creativity. So she should also watch out too, because just Neptune's a little bit, people kind of blur the water, murky water, so to speak. So watch out for people that try to project onto her and confuse her identity with these expectations. What else? Saturn's in her first house. So this is a reality check. It's going to require maturity. She may be shedding this old identity and building a more authentic one. And it can be hard a little bit with that Neptune fogging things up, but the results would be long-term self-mastery. So my recommendation is just clarify, your boundaries and identify these long-term personal goals. You're just basically being asked to mature without losing these dreams and your softness. Now with these fifth house transits, the fifth house is the house of children, the house of fun, games. This is going to really activate your creative energy, your romance, your inner child. So your moon transiting that fifth house brings creativity and romance. And hey, you might get pregnant. No, I'm just kidding. You could, but be careful. Wrap it up. It's going to be a time of craving these heartfelt connections. And with that Mars there, you're going to want to perform and take bold risks. So just, do things that light you up. Don't just burn yourself or act recklessly in pursuit of getting attention. Let's see. She has the 11th house transit with Pluto. And Pluto in the 11th house is just going to transform how she connects with groups, friends, and causes. Honestly, the 11th house is you could meet people online. I mean, you can meet people online too, but because it is, friendships might just get a little intense and fall away. Some will deepen, but you want to align yourself with an authentic community, like an Aquarius type of community. With that Pluto, it's going to transform your whole friend group potentially. And I think that's going to be really working for you because I know you had just moved and you want to meet a new friend group. So these rebirths of your networks, friends might get intense and, some might fall away, but they're going to deepen with your shared purpose. So your dreams for the future are going to evolve and these superficial things aren't going to satisfy you anymore. So yeah, embrace your role as a catalyst for change into these collective spaces. So I would say focus on, treating yourself with compassion and self-respect and redefine your identity. Reignite your joy and creativity with that fifth house stuff, whether it's like art, rearranging your house, do whatever you want. Like, do something super creative and fun. Join a group and play some games, like a social league, and rebuild your community and your long-term, vision with that 11th house with integrity and emotional truth. So a new you is just, it's being born, but without illusions and with commitment. So honestly, a creative romantic opportunity might test you, but it's gonna test you with your authenticity, and you're gonna lose and just outgrow these friendships to make these more meaningful friendships. So I think you should focus on these new groups, getting involved and doing fun things for yourself. And honestly, you're doing all of those things now, so just stick with it. And the beautiful Linnea is now.
What's her sign again?
She is a Scorpio sun with an Aries rising and a moon in Gemini. Also Gemini moon, which is crazy. So like two people Gemini moons asking questions.
Okay.
So she pulled, what spread did you?
So what I pulled for Miss Kylie is the Page of Wands, the Five of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and then the Ten of Wands. Uno momento. And so remind me of her question again. She wants to know what her future looks like.
So she said, what should I focus on in this period of my life? Career, relationship, etc. Like what event shifts will be most prevalent and should I prepare for it? And honestly, that Five of Swords is definite tension. And that first Page of Wands, that's a great new card for new chapters.
Page of Wands is giving focus on yourself.
Yeah.
That is what you need to focus on you right now. And just figuring out what you want, what you're interested in. Where do you want to be in the next 5-10 years? So like, I'll describe what the card is. The card is a young woman holding a staff in the middle of the desert, and she's kind of looking up to the stars. And it's giving me, do that. Look up to the stars, figure out what you want your world to look like. That's where you should start first. That's the immediate thing that you need to focus on, and kind of stop focusing on everything else, specifically people. Like, now's not a time to be focusing on people. It's definitely a time to be doing a lot of self-reflection. I don't mean don't hang out. It just means you should be the center of your world right now. Because you're in the desert, you're trying to find water, you're trying to find who you are, you're kind of out there to, ask yourself the hard questions and the tough questions. That's what that one's definitely given me.
Yeah, it's definitely like beginner energy, like very like brave, ready to start something new.
Yeah. I always like to add in like some of the numerology of like what the numbers mean as well.
Yeah.
What does 5 mean?
5 is exactly like that energy. It's like that it is a very like, they want to explore. It's the explorer. That is exactly what the card looks like too.
So the Five of Swords.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Page of Wands. I apologize.
I agree.
Okay, yeah.
The Page of Wands is giving, go figure out what you want ask yourself those hard questions.
Yeah.
You know, in every situation, you should be figuring out, is this something that I would do or not do? You know what I mean? Don't let anybody else place things on you. You are the keeper of your thoughts and your future. So it's only up to you to determine what that looks like. The Five of Swords, so I'll just describe the card. It is a young person was trying to hold all the swords. Two of them fell. You know, looks like they're trying to keep them up. There's two people that are turned away in the background. This person is looking at them like, what happened? Like, where did you go? Or why are you not here trying to help me with these swords? So let's see.
It's like that card is basically like a no-win situation, emotional drama type of card.
Like, you're fed up.
Yeah, like letting go of patterns that you're fighting battles that aren't basically aligned with your growth type of energy. Or like relationship stress. That's how I would.
Yeah, if there's something currently going on that's stressing you out, let that shit go. Yeah, let that shit go. Let that shit go. Or find your way out of it. You know what I mean? It may not be something you can drop immediately. If it is, don't let it stress you. It's not worth it because it's not helping you build your future.
It is funny because she did have some kind of like interaction with a coworker and something else with a coworker as well. And it is basically like she even said, she's like, I just don't even need to entertain this kind of stuff anymore. It's not entertaining the fucking bullshit drama.
And that's so just some of the description what this says, it's like, now stop and consider the situation. So read the situation that's happening. And she's a Scorpio, right? Scorpio.
Honestly, she's an Aries. She's an Aries rising, but it's very Mars energy anyway. So she will battle.
You're gonna battle, but drop some of the swords first.
Yeah,
drop a few of the swords. Like, don't go ham on them.
Yeah, it's worth your
exactly. Growth. It's not. So this card is a person. They got a bunch of swords. You got it. And people in the background, all you need to do is be like, listen, I don't fuck with y'all.
Hell yeah.
And protect your energy. So keep the swords to protect your space and your energy, but don't feed into the motherfucking people that are trying to take.
Yeah, that card's like basically, and what? I thought, what, you're done?
Got two more swords I can pick up. Bitch. Don't make me.
Walk away.
Don't make me. So yeah, we're recap a little bit. First things first, focus on you, period. Everything you want, write it down, get you a vision board. What is it you want to do and be in the next 10 years? And then that's how you know where to start. Pick one and just start there. It doesn't have to be, so as we were saying just about Maxine's situation, you don't have to have it figured out by the time you're 30.
No, and she's not 30 yet.
You don't have to have that shit figured out. You, in my opinion, you just need to figure out something that you think you like to do and go explore that shit.
Have fun. You have this fifth house energy, and this shit in the first house. Also rebrand yourself a little bit and have fun with these transits.
Fun.
You have some fifth house shit. This fifth house energy is so nice. It's so much fun. It's play. It's Leo energy. So Leos are fun.
Yes.
So anyway, I'm sorry.
So picking up on the next card was the Knight of Swords. So I'll just read you this first sentence out of the guidebook. You're bursting onto the scene with fervor and confidence. The knight rushes headstrong into their obstacles without a second thought. You got this, especially with that Aries fucking energy.
Yeah, like honest communication.
Yeah,
but don't rush into these choices. Like, don't rush, because this is a very rushing card.
Don't rush. It is very much, which is what the Five of Swords seemed to be hinting at a little bit, which was like, basically read the situation. Don't rush into resolving it. Think about that shit first. Use this Gemini energy to bring some of that intellect down, because I feel like Aries is heart.
Yeah,
Aries is heart, and that's what you probably want to smack one of these bitches. But don't do that. Don't smack one of them. You gotta find a way to smack them with your words. Or sometimes people, if you turn your energy off to them, that is the best revenge, because they can no longer feed off of whatever it is they're trying to get out of you.
Exactly. And she is smart because she does have a moon in Gemini. So she is able to be intellectual about her stuff. Because honestly, she's, for a person of her age, I am not as wise as she is. Like, she definitely handles her situations better when I would pop off less easily. So
Slow down.
yeah,
Slow down a little bit.
and enjoy, relax a little bit.
Yeah, indeed.
And then that last card.
And then the 10 of Wands. Wands is giving also fire energy.
I would just put that as say no. Like if it's work related, don't say no to work. Like say no, be able to say no to if people expect so much out of you. It's like a classic I can do it all card with that guy carrying all that shit.
So let me describe the card. The card is a woman trying to hold up these 10 wands or staffs. And she's struggling. She is tired, but she's still trying to hold on to all of this. You cannot be everything, do everything, be everywhere all at once. That is not what it is. Sometimes you need to take your time, one step at a time, one staff at a time. Well, these are wands, one wand at a time. You're tired. And I'm sure you're tired from this situation. Like, and that's the thing. If it's weighing so much on you, it's just taking me back to the first card, the Page of Wands. You need to figure out what the fuck you want to do.
Exactly.
It's not, and honestly, the fact that if it's not working out right now, and if you're getting these signs that it's difficult, it's hard, the people around you, the energy is not good, whatever the case may be, in whatever aspect that falls in, that is the universe. That's your intuition. That's somebody, something that's like, hey, this ain't it, in the smallest way. So worry about you. Figure out you. Where you should start is with you.
Exactly.
And that's going to help you figure out the rest. Because at least if you figure out what you want, where you want to be, where you're trying to go in life, the next 10 years, I want to be this, I want to have this, get you a vision board. That's how you know what path to go down. And if it's multiple things, if it is, I'm interested in these things, start at one. See if that meshes well with your spirit. If that don't, on to the next. And that's how I feel like a lot of life just is. Their 20s are to have fun. Do this with the intention of having fun and making it fun. Because ideally, if you could have a job, if your career, your life is all fun, none of it's going to feel work.
Correct.
None of it's going to feel overburdened or heavy. And if it is, it's something that you can still push through. And it's not going to feel like this 10 of Wands where it's like you trying to basically take on the whole fucking world and you can't.
Stop over functioning and just focus on what actually serves your future, essentially.
Yes. So yeah, I think
I think that's pretty good.
Okay.
Do you want to pick like one outcome card when you actually do this?
We'll see what's at the bottom of the deck.
Okay.
Bottom of the deck is strength.
Oh, that's another that's 5 energy as well.
Bottom of the deck is strength. So,
cultivate that resilience, like that. We're like, it's the circle of life with the lion.
Yep.
And not even just that, but the first person had the strength card, and this is the last card. Wow, it's just meant to be. This is just God.
And there's an infinity sign above this woman's head. So there's a woman in this nice, sheet that has flowers on her head, who is petting this lion, who is very tame because she has the strength.
Yeah.
Infinitely. She's got the strength.
She has the strength, and she doesn't focus on the chaos that's around her.
She's not, because even though this big lion is standing next to her and she's petting this lion, she is focused on what's ahead of her. She's like, I got this.
Yep.
This lion is my pet.
Correct.
And I'm focused on what's coming because you should be scared of me, not this lion.
Exactly. And you're going to kill it. You're going to crush it. You're a very brilliant young mind. You are. As they say.
And this is just some auntie advice. Get rid of the fuck boys.
Yeah, get rid of the fuck boys.
Because they're fun. Now, mind you, they are very fun. The fuck boys are fun.
They are very fun.
Learn to put them on a leash. Learn to, so this is, I'm going back to my 20s to give you this advice. Learn to limit your interactions with them. So how I used to move was like, I established what I wanted from you. And then anything outside of that, it was like, no, it was a hard no. Because I knew you were a fuckboy. And don't try to act like you like me. Don't try to lead me on thinking it's going to be some sort of relationship, because I'm already in a headspace to understand that that's not going to happen. I'm not even going to let you get in the gate. But you got really good dick. So the relationship that we can have can be a sexual one. Maybe we can hang out sometimes, but I'm going to limit the interactions to when I feel like it.
Amen.
And anything other than that, you're crossing the line here, buddy. And then you just got to put them back in their place, because fuckboys like being treated like shit. Just an FYI. The fuckboys, if you let them, will treat you like shit, but they really like they like boundaries. They really do like boundaries.
They're like, damn.
So when you're like, no, damn, I know we were supposed to hang out tonight, but I'm going out with my friends. Go out with your friends, cancel on him. And then call him back and be like, dang. Or if you want a booty call, then call him that night and then use him what he's good for.
Period. That's great advice.
So,
that's great ampy advice.
Shout out to all the girls in their 20s.
What is tumultuous time? Yeah, I don't miss that. So
okay, that'll wrap up.
That's gonna wrap up this crazy, insane Gemini. Oh yeah, you know what? Another Gemini, Kanye West, perfect example.
Ooh, child. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we're dealing with.
And and so when focused can be genius like. When unfocused, you see how all over the place the shit is.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Very bipolar.
Yeah.
So to say.
Yeah.
But I think that wraps it up.
Yeah.
I think that we should definitely talk about the snacks that we've enjoyed.
Yeah.
I feel like this is just, I feel like every snack that I even talk about is a Costco item.
I love it.
So I can't, wait, can I
tell me yours and I'll tell you mine.
Okay.
Please.
So, it's not really a snack. I mean, okay, I'll say the one that is, it's not a snack per se, but it can be, because quesadillas, I guess. But I started making these quesadillas with this cantina. It's like this cantina lime chicken that they have that's shredded.
Yeah.
Bitch, it's so good. You just put it in quesadillas and then cheese. It's a great meal just to like have a little snack.
And it's healthy.
Yes.
Keep your protein up.
And another is just I made these like Lara bar. You know what a Lara bar is?
Yeah.
I just made my own.
Nice.
And just like
hell
dates.
Yeah.
It's nothing I bought at the store, but I did buy the ingredients at Costco for the days. But it's like mini. It's got like lemon. And it's a healthy.
You need to let me know that recipe, because I love it. DIY. Oh yeah.
Yeah, my sister-in-law put me onto it.
Nice.
She's a healthy eater.
Love that.
Also a Gemini.
Nice.
Yeah,
okay.
Smart.
Yes.
Smart lady.
Figure things out.
So yeah, they did mine too. And
okay, let me tell you mine.
Yeah.
So they're called Malona bars. They are Korean ice cream bars.
Damn, that sounds good.
And they come in.
Is it like a mochi or no?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
No. So they're like ice cream bars.
Can you show me a picture?
I will definitely.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know what this is like.
I will show you a picture. So they look like that. So they come in melon, mango, and like a strawberry cream. They are so good. Like creamy, everything you want in like an ice cream popsicle. That's it. Delicious. Like to think of an ice cream in a popsicle, it's that. And it's delicious. Kind of light flavor, not too overbearing. The ingredients are good. Okay. It's just delicious.
Sounds so good.
It's on a hot day. I saw them and I was like, I just saw people grabbing them. Oh, yeah. You know, Costco has the snacks.
They really
If you're in the know, then you know which ones to grab. You know which ones are good and which ones aren't. And I just kept seeing people buy these boxes. And I was like, let me just go ahead and grab one. Let me just take one. And then I had one. I was like, oh my, because I don't even like melon. I don't like honeydew.
I like watermelon.
I like watermelon.
Yeah, I like watermelon.
All the other melons, bye.
I totally agree with
that. Shit was so good. It was just like there was no artificial flavor. The flavor was clean, and then it was also kind of like ice creamy.
I want. This is at Costco. I want to get this for the summer.
They're at Costco. Also, because it is summertime, I don't know if you've had those they're like sorbets, but in like lemons, like it's in a half a lemon and they put sorbet in it, or it's like half a coconut and it's like pina colada inside.
Now you're gonna make me want to go to Costco now because they have.
If anybody has had those, please drop something in the comment. They are so good. It's like and what else is it? It's a mango one, so it's half a mango.
It's Dole Whip from like Disney.
No, these are. I've only seen these at Costco, and they only come around in the summertime. but it's like that fruit sorbet, like the pina colada.
I need it. I need that.
It's so delicious.
Haven't had it.
So delicious.
Oh,
definitely try it if you have not tried it. The Malona bars, y'all try them. They're so good. Again, they're Korean ice cream bars, and Korea, y'all seem to do everything right.
I fucking do everything right.
You do everything right. But yes, those are our snacks.
Gangnam Style, as they say.
So thanks everybody for coming in and listening again. Hope you liked the show. Drop something in the comments. Please give us a follow. Send us an email.
Please give us questions.
And that is to phatasses@gmail.com. Yeah, this was good.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Bye, gals.
Bye. Have
Bitches.
a good day.
Bye.
See ya.